Hello.
Howdy.
Alright, so last time you pretty much tried to start a fight between the Army and the Navy, and has
Yep.
succeeded for now. Now, now the Admiral's on the way to the house to discuss things the- with the with the 1 second,
Tenant
Lieutenant. Thank you.
to try and bury the hatchet.
Yeah, pretty much. So you have about an hour. So what you gonna do?
If anyone has a very good invisibility spell, I wouldn't mind borrowing that when she arrives.
I can do that.
Yep. Okay. I don't need greater invisibility; just regular invisibility is fine. I'm fine. I would like it to drop after I attacked anyway.
Okay.
Also, in that event, I'm also going to cast. Let me just quickly check the time. Okay, so it'll last the amount of time I need. Okay, invisibility alarm. The spell functions as alarm, except is only triggered by invisible creatures entering or leaving the warded area. The spell has different mental alarm depending upon whether it's an invisible creature is entering or leaving the area. The spell does not aid you in seeing or pinpointing the creature. So basically, a way of like in case there's any invisible creatures like trying to enter this area, we'll at least have
So
a
if
heads
I'm
up.
already in there and invisible, it shouldn't pop it.
With the way that spell's worded, I think like at least is how you set up the ward. It could be warded so it's like this person is on the white list or something.
Okay.
At least that's the way I'm getting from the wording. So I'll at least try and have it set up so that you would not be affected.
Yep.
And so this spell will last
set it up in
150 minutes.
You know what we should do? We should have it set up in the. We should have it set up in kind of the entry area. We'll have her walk in, and I'll be just outside the entry area, so I won't pop it.
Yep. And the spell will last 2.5 hours.
Good. Okay, so got it. I'm presuming that the Navy's just from doing some quick scouts around. The Navy they're kind of gathering their boys all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm presuming have the pieces of armor that are clearly Wufu Empire. Have we able to distribute them to some of the quicker moving and more combat effective members of the Noble House Guards? Because I would like them to kind of start the shit and then run into the crowd, saying that they're being chased by the Navy, and that's how we start the fight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, they should be the armor up right now.
Okay, good. Basically, we'll have them attempt to arrest the Navy for conspiracy or something like that. Basically, a clearly trumped up charge. Make it seem like the captain of the Wufu soldiers or the commander of the Wufu soldiers, he's basically making a power play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I'll wait till we have her pop up. I'll have somebody pop the invisibility on me right before she enters. I've got a couple of saps ready to go. I've got my backup gladiuses just in case, and Alara will be in the room next over.
If you wish, I could just cast a type of invisibility, but instead it'll just be for your weapons and ammo.
I can.
Vikram needs to be completely invisible.
I can do
what he's
that.
going to be pulling off.
Okay.
Vikram is going to try and take out both guards with a full round attack without being noticed at all.
Okay.
And to just increase my chances, I'll also be dropping my my Masterwork Buckler, which weirdly enough I still haven't upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't magically enchanted it. I haven't done anything to it. And I still don't know if magical enchantment on a shield stacks with the magical enchantment of armor.
I don't know. I mean, it's from a different source.
Yeah, but it's still technically an enchantment bonus.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Unless it's like for like dodge, because that's the only thing I've noticed that can stack.
Yeah. Let's see. I actually don't include any bonuses to that for Alara. So it depends on what Ty says.
All right, so in about an hour, you see.
All right.
You see.
Specifically, though, I'm gonna at least try and let's see. On this map here, this is the second floor, so should be like coming in like right around here-ish, right?
Well, this is
At least that's like where the main.
This is the first floor, so she's gonna be coming around here.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to at least also cast invisibility on myself, so at least try and overhear the meeting. So I'll at least try and
I wasn't even planning to let the meeting happen. I was just going to take them out and drag her into the thing after the doors are closed.
Okay. But still cast invisibility on me just in case as well. So I'm basically invisible. Do you want me to
you okay, Japan?
Do I what?
You okay, Japan?
What?
I asked if you're okay because I think she. Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Yep, moving right along.
Moving right along.
But yeah. So Seawall has invisibility on him. I have invisibility on me as like an emergency backup just in case something goes wrong.
Alara will be in the next room so she can charge in if needed.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check or anything?
Once she walks in, yeah. Because she's
on. Is a plus 20 for being invisible.
Yeah, it is a plus. If check is required, if you're stationed, well, since I'm going to be stationary, it's plus 40.
Okay, I'm also in a favor train because this is considered urban. So 29 plus 2 plus. So I'll just wait for her to enter the building.
All right. She comes! She comes! The Admiral comes! Vibrant says before.
Safe to say that's my attempt at stealth.
I also might be moving around a bit, so.
Yeah, you get plus 20. I'm basically stationary, just prepared to shoot if needed.
All right, so fire. All right, Lieutenant Firebrand. Yes, sir. She has a room, and 2 guards follow her.
How many guards do I see?
2 guards, and the alarm picks up a 3rd one.
There are 3 guards?
Yep, there are 3 guards.
One's invisible, and 2's pretty much in the open.
Okay, I'm going to see. Sense there's a spell for finding the invisible people.
True sight spell.
Let's see, one that can be done quietly. Ooh, see invisibility. Let's see, what does that require? Let's see. Okay, let me check my spell component pouch. Do I have that?
If you have a spell component pouch, you have everything you need. That if it's less than 5 gold.
Yes, I do.
Is this a spell you know?
Yeah, it's an Inquisitor spell.
See invisibility. Inquisitor has a limited list of spells they know, or am I getting my classes mixed up again?
You might be getting classes mixed up. Inquisitors have quite a big skill list, and kind of like a cleric, they already know all the spells.
Okay, no,
I don't.
They do not. Inquisitors have a limited number of known spells. An Inquisitor's spell selection is extremely limited. Inquisitor begins play knowing 4 level 0 spells, 2 first-level spells, and of the Inquisitor's choice. At each new Inquisitor level, she gains 1 more new spell as indicated. Unlike spells per day, the number of spells is not affected by her wisdom. You're a spontaneous caster.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I presume you probably picked this one up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's listed because that's a useful one.
See invisibility, absolutely. Okay. So I cast. I basically cast see invisibility quietly, and it doesn't make mention about how loud you spell it with the verbal component. So I'm guys kind of like whispering it quietly, the spell for it.
It is noticeable if it sounds like a conversation.
It has to be that.
Yeah, it basically has to be a hindrance. You could step into another room and do it and probably be fine.
Okay, I'll just quietly move over here. So I guess we would subtract 20 from that 79 if we want, or just re-roll it.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so going to then cast a spell, See Invisibility, on myself. So it'll last for 2.5 hours as well. With that, you can see any object or beings that are invisible within your range of vision, as well as any that are ethereal. If they were normally visible, such creatures are visible to you as translucent shapes. Allowing you to easily discern the difference between visible and ethereal. It does not reveal the method of how they became visible. It does not reveal illusions or enable you to see through opaque objects, and does not reveal if the creature is simply hiding it otherwise or hard to see. So basically, I go back here, and I start looking around. Do I see the invisible man?
Yeah, about here checking out everything that's going on.
Okay. I have no way of knowing that there's an invisible person. I could roll perception. Maybe I can hear him, but I highly doubt that he's going to have a very low roll. Okay, I'm in a favor train, and I've got that, so... Do I notice it? Do I notice the invisible guy?
He's still as quiet as a church mouse.
Right. So he's got enough stealth and that for me, and he rolled high enough that I still don't notice him.
Yeah.
Got it. I guess I'm going to start working my way into position to take out the other two guards. Are the doors closed to this room?
Not yet. The Vibrant had to close the doors yet to let you in.
Well, I was already in the room.
Oh.
I'm just going to wait until it happens then.
Yes. Good evening, ladies. Is your father in? No, I'm sorry. He's out of time. I'll be handling the negotiations. Oh, well, where's the lieutenant so we can get started? He's coming in a few minutes. Just take your time, that's all. All right.
As the meeting is going on, does the invisible man seem to react anyway? Oh, he moved.
Yeah, he moved.
Well,
he's to make sure that nothing is going on.
Right, so does it appear like he's doing any hostile action?
No, it's just constantly moving to make sure that no one else is hostile as well.
All right, but he's not doing like hostile actions.
No.
Just moving around?
Yeah.
Okay. The moment it appears he's going to do something hostile, I'm going to open fire on him.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Are the two other guards standing next to each other at any point, or within 5 feet of each other?
At this point, yeah, about here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm set up here. So I'll set, just so we have it, Alara's in here. And you know what? Is there any purchase for like a bird hanging out in this room?
A purchase?
Yeah, a place where a bird can perch, just sit.
Yeah, probably here.
Like a balcony?
Oh, balcony?
No, like a pole on the wall.
Oh, you're thinking of Assassin's Creeding this thing.
Well, give Hale command to take any weapons from the admiral. So that's the admiral, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to cut her hair, but yes.
Yeah, it's fine. Is it possible for me to sneak in between all three of them?
You probably have to roll a stealth check.
59.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to target each guy. I'm going to target each guy with every other hit. And because they are unaware, they are considered flat-footed. So I'm going to be doing a full round attack. So this is for this guy. So what I'll do is I'll do one set of attacks for the first guy. I'll do the damage. Then I'll do the second set of attacks. And so let me double check. Are both these guys humans or half elves?
Humans.
Both humans. Okay, that does give me a bonus. Good. That makes my life even easier. So this attack is...
I think so far the only enemies that the people that the Wufu Empire have are human, half-elf, and elves. I think that's all they have.
Yeah, because because the dwarves is in the mountain somewhere. They don't want nothing to do with this mess. I mean, and there's very few geckos in the Wufu Empire for some reason. Maybe because they're all enslaved by now. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, my 3 attacks from stealth. How many hit their flat foot?
I think that would be all of them. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be all of them.
Okay, that's 3d6 plus... Oh boy, this is going to hurt because I forget my stealth attack is fucking devastating. Let's see, 3d6 plus... Okay, this is favorite enemy, so 6 plus... 2. This is all non-lethal damage. He takes 69 non-lethal damage across the face.
Who?
Is he still up?
Who?
This guy.
Alright. He's still up, but the second he flinches, this guy runs over here. It's now loud.
I'm only half done.
I know, I'm just saying that the second he flinches, this guy runs over here because now something's attacking the arrow.
This guy, the Invisible Man?
Yeah.
Does it look like he's about to attack?
Yeah, because he doesn't know what's going on, but he's pretty much pulling out his blade.
Alright. Deadly aim, rapid shot, and oh yeah, first attack is obviously a crit. So does the 30 confirm the crit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Roll the damage that you probably just killed him. Remember, muskets have serious damage.
Let's see, that's times 4. So he just took 104 points of damage.
All right.
Is he still alive?
He's alive, but he stumbles out of visibility. Like, Admiral, you're being attacked.
He's going to get shot again.
Does 25 hit his touch AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to cycle through all the attacks, or just probably one more be enough to take him out?
You may have to. You might have an opportunity to shoot one of the other guys.
Okay, so this the damage against this guy again. See what I get. An additional 28 damage, so he takes a total of 132 damage.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead at this point. But he did his job because now this guy.
I still have an attack.
I know. I'm just saying
Same
that it's still being flat-footed. It's just like this guy and Neville is now watching out because something's wrong.
Yeah, so this guy is still standing. How woozy does it look on his feet?
Groggy.
Okay. Okay, first attack. I'm going to do these damages as separate as well. Oh,
Confirm.
Damn. Double damn.
boy. Yeah, I just did double basic damage. This is for the offhand. So he takes additional 12. Add an additional. What was it? Oh god, I had 2.
I think it's times 3.
No. A sap is a ×2 weapon. I'm just doing the math in my head. I forgot to include plus. Yeah, plus. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's going to be a 16 damage. So, and then sneak attack does not count for confirming crits, unfortunately. So he just took a 16 plus 17, so 33 damage. Is he still standing with 33 damage?
No, he's pretty much knocked out.
The jaw.
He's pretty much knocked out at this point.
Okay. Taking on the other guy. So, presuming he's still flat-footed. 19 versus flat-foot.
Yeah.
And that'll still hit as well, since I had the last one.
All right, so with 22 damage, he's still alive.
No. That's not damage. That was the second attack.
Oh.
That was my last 2 attacks.
All right.
Not as much damage, but he takes 40 damage and gets cracked across the jaw.
Ouch. Yes,
Then
Liz.
a free action is going to order his hawk to steal whatever appears to be her main weapon. Is it holstered?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a steal, and Hale gets. Okay, just double checking. 15 plus 6 plus 2. $29 versus Flatfoot CMD.
Yeah, it hits.
Hawk takes off with her weapon, flying out a window.
Which is 2 modified brass knuckles.
Only one. Well, okay, if it's considered one weapon, she takes both of them because you need both for the weapon to be effective for brass knuckles.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what it says. 2 modified brass knuckles with, ironic enough, holy damage.
Means that she's not an evil character. Also, we would need to identify that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this guy's down and out. This guy's not looking good. And this guy's dead. And you fired all your shots, Kiri?
Nope. I still have I was only just did the first rapid shot bit. I still got the other 2 attacks to go.
Go after this guy then.
All right. I'm after that guy. The hit.
Foot touch. If it beats a 10, it generally hits.
Mm-hmm. So he's probably almost dead. 29 29
lethal,
damage.
40 29 lethal, 40 non-lethal. If his non-lethal equals his hit point total, he's out cold.
So he's out cold at this point.
Okay.
Admiral, run!
What she does that. She gets a. I get an attack of opportunity against her.
Yeah, because she's about to run. She's about to take her men and run.
The best part, she doesn't recognize you because you were disguised every time you met her.
So did she just 5-foot step?
Yeah, because she's about to take her men and pretty much run.
Oh, she's actually trying to drag them out of here.
Yeah.
Okay then. Laura would probably burst in at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's for that initial round. So I guess we gotta go initiative now.
No, because Firebrand is now standing in her way with a bomb.
Oh, got it.
What is this? The Admiral demands.
Vicar pulls down his mask and goes, "Good afternoon, Admiral. We are taking you as a prisoner of war. The city is declaring independence from the Wufu Empire. We will be seizing the Navy, all munitions, and arresting your men. I recommend you go quietly."
And for the first time, it's not defiance but fear the second she sees Vicarin. Like, it's you. Where's your friends? Where are they?
No, I'm not letting her move. I'm grabbing her and pulling her back. She's standing right there. I'm not letting her go. Well, over my shoulder that way is Alara. I think Halay's outside probably pecking at your brass knuckles. The Inquisitor's in here somewhere, and I think Remi's hiding in a corner. Isandra is in her dimension right now. I think she came down with a bit of a cold. We'll be looking into that later.
You betrayed her. You betrayer. No, the Wufu Empire betrayed my father.
Alara, could you please take the Admiral downstairs? Vicar asks. Of course, Alara says, and she draws her. You technically have a free hand, quote unquote, when you have a light shield. So light shield arm is holding onto the back of her, long swords out with the other, leading her away towards the dungeon.
Like, wait, take care of my men first. Oh, I take care of them all right, tossing a bomb in the air.
I'm hoping he's catching it, not throwing it at us.
He's catchy, is not throwing at you yet.
Alara is just going to grab onto her shoulder and go, "It's honorable that you care about your men. Only one is dead, one is injured, and the other is unconscious. You should notice what weapons Vicarin is wielding." And she sees he's wielding sap. So these guys are just black and blue. One of them's got a bullet in his chest. The other is unfortunately dead because, well, didn't know he was there, couldn't have dealt with it.
Lead the way.
Taken to the dungeon, probably through a back door so no one from the front can see it. Alara will take her to a different cell than the lieutenant and the commander of the army.
All right. Sadly,
Alara's also during this time going to do a detect evil on her. Does she pop as evil, or is she carrying anything evil?
Actually, no.
Not as much.
And yeah, no other visual beings along here.
Okay. And that stealth check was keeping invisible while moving past her. Was I detected?
She doesn't detect you.
Okay.
Alara's kind of manhandling her right now.
I'd like to examine the body of the assassin, of the guy that was invisible. First up, detect magic. What do I sense as magic on him?
An invisible ring that could actually, well, cast invisible on him.
So a ring of invisibility.
Oh, that is nice. That is useful.
I'm going to use a knowledge arcana check on that.
Knowledge. It's going to be knowledge spellcraft.
Like knowledge spellcraft?
To
Okay.
identify an item?
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure, like, before I touch it, like, if I see anything that might be a potential curse on it, if it affects me if I touch it.
Basically, that's what a spellcraft check is for. Don't worry, this is a caster level 3 item, so it's pretty low. She would detect any curses on it.
Which she does not.
Okay. So it's safe.
All right. I'm going to remove the ring. Pocket. Was there anything else magical that I could sense on him, or was that it?
About It's two short blades, but it's but laced with poison.
So 2 short blades that were dipped in poison. Okay.
Magically dipped in poison.
Magically dipped in poison. Fancy.
Careful
I'll
with
take those as well.
Vickern's gonna put on the that spell crafting ring. Yeah, the ring of craft magic. And he's going to kind of now he can actually see any magic on the armor. Does he see magic on the armor for these guys?
Nope, just regular armor.
Even the assassin?
Everything's set. Other than lightweight armor, everything's assassin.
Okay, got it. Well, I'll do a quick heal check on these guys, but but as part of that heal check, Vickern will be administering the equivalent of an anesthetic to keep them out.
I'll assist you with the heal check.
Do you have more than a +10 in heal?
I have a +13.
Yeah, you automatically succeed in assisting me. So I'll take that. So plus. Okay, this is just to kind of patch these. Mainly, this is dealing with this guy who's got the bullet wound in his chest. But it's also to administer. I think I actually patch him up completely from the bullet wound. Or near completely. Yep, near completely. So. I got the bullet out, guys.
Nice.
He's gonna live.
Oh, what a shame, says Firebrand.
Then I guess we'll each heave one over each of our shoulders, and we're going to carry them down to the dungeon and put them in a third cell after stripping them.
Yep.
Sorry, fourth cell. We're keeping the lieutenant and the captain separate. Well, and the commander separate. After the admiral has been, Alara's just going to hold her in that room until eventually, I guess Vickern will be the only one who can do it because he's got a perception check to do a proper search. So after that guy's been dropped, okay, actually I've got to do a perception of both these guys to check if they've got any equipment on them. That's make sure they got nothing hidden on them. 37.
Say again?
Do I find any hidden equipment on any of these three guys after searching them thoroughly?
What? Nope. What you see is what you get.
Okay, got it. So basic weapons, basic.
So pretty much, brass knucks and lightweight equipment.
Got it. So
These are monks.
Interesting. These guys would have been tricky if I didn't get the drop on them.
Yep.
Well, technically, I adjusted the Atlas class to be a monk too. It's just slightly. I changed the rules slightly so she's a chooses monk.
A what?
Pretty much a boxing monk.
Yeah, I believe there's an archetype that's similar to that. So you could say you're just an offshoot of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of, since you're checking, I'm also going to check the body of the assassin, to see if he has any identification papers to indicate what he's supposed to be doing, orders, stuff of that nature. Roll perception.
All right, go ahead.
Do I find anything on him for the 24?
Since he's knocked out, yeah. You find his orders, which is pretty much from the Empire on high. Escort any high-ranking officer to make sure that they're safe. Pretty much, if something goes wrong, then attack and sacrifice your life if necessary to make sure the officer escapes.
I'm surprised that some of the other officers we've dealt with haven't had one of these guys floating around.
In that case, I'm also going to examine for fake teeth.
Damn.
I can do that. I've got the heal check for it. Doing autopsy. I'm assuming this guy's dead.
Yeah,
so I'm going to do
dead.
an autopsy. 45. I figure out this guy also had colon cancer.
On top of that, he has 2 fake teeth. One with one with
Skillfully extract them.
one with alchemist fire, so so it could just grab onto you and bite it and kill you instantly, and one with poison. So if he can't kill you instantly, at least he could sacrifice his own life.
So we've extracted both those teeth from the corpse.
Yep. And I also got nice magically poisoned blades.
We'll identify the poisons later.
Yep.
We'll say, stripped of gear. These guys are basically in simple uniforms, each shackled to a different wall to make sure that they don't work together on anything. Then Alara will temporarily have Vikran come into the room and search the Admiral in detail.
Mm-hmm.
So 34. 45, does she have anything hidden on her?
Nope.
Okay. So then Vikran will leave the room. Alara will shackle her to the table, interrogation handcuff table thing. Then she's going to leave the room and actually approach Saloon.
Really? Hello, Alara.
Saloon, could you give me some help interrogating the Admiral?
Of course. Of course.
Vikran would do it himself, but
He's
this
busy.
this one's a little bit too close to him, and there are certain things that bind me from crossing the line.
Okay. So how shall we do this? You're the good cop, I'm the bad cop?
I'm just asking that you, the thought I had is if we can't get her to cooperate, we'll have Vikran take over for me. So I'm good cop, you're lie detector / bad cop, and Vikran is whatever will enter the room.
Of course.
Just keep him from going too far.
Of course.
So
Right.
the two women will enter the room. Alara obviously in her paladin gear, though probably taking her cloak off. So clear paladin gear, holy symbol, sword at her hip, shield set in the corner, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., easier to sit down. She's going to
Yes.
sit across from the Admiral. How does the Admiral look?
A little bit calmer now. Like you're Alara, and I guess you're what you call it, Saloon, isn't it?
That is correct.
Yes.
So, I'm curious. What exactly is it that you are hoping to accomplish specifically by coming here? Outside of trying to meet up with the lieutenants.
To make peace between the army and navy. I mean, yeah, I think the navy is top dog, but we fought under the same flag.
Mm-hmm.
A flag that has done immense evil.
Yes. How many nations have fallen to the word of tyrants?
I don't know, about 7, 8. I personally was in charge of.
Surely you saw the atrocities that occurred, simply just destroying a country. It also forcibly caused the horrors of war onto those who simply had no desire for war.
And then there's the nation east of here that has been turned to soot and ash. Temples devastated. Families destroyed. I don't know how many people there were there initially, but we only saved a couple dozen.
Listen, I don't have nothing to do with that. I just help the navy. That's all. I just want my own men to survive.
A reasonable concern for the men under your command, but at the same time, someone at your rank, you obviously have seen the corruption within the Navy. Surely you can tell that there are those who simply have gotten promoted simply because of political connections instead of skill. After all, someone as young as you being an admiral, incredible skill is an absolute. Could you say that's the same with others?
She stands there like, I don't know. Like I
And
said, she stands silent like, I don't know. I was wondering what's it called? Agave did to promote to get such a high rank, but other than that,
Selling his soul to various demons and devils. Well, devils mainly. Don't think there's any demons involved with that.
that and the fact that apparently the Emperor himself is also in cahoots with devils as demons. Certainly, someone like you, and this is out of character. This is going out saying like I've been sensing like alignment and all that stuff, as well as telling lies. She's like not evil.
yeah, she's not evil.
So
Is she? Did you do a scan for lawful?
mm-hmm.
Did
Let
she
me
pop
just do
as?
is
Did she pop as lawful?
did she?
Yeah, she's from a lawful neutral.
Same alignment.
Yes.
I mean, surely you can understand the dangers of what happens to those who make deals with devils and demons. After all,
And engage in the soul trade.
Wait, he engaged in the soul trade?
yes, he has. Especially Ryu. The number of devils that his souls that he's claimed. I imagine when he dies, it would be like an auction house as to who
The
gets
only
his claim.
the only reason why the Nine Hells hasn't come for him yet is because he hasn't personally pissed off Osmodius enough for him to take charge. Right now, it's a series of powerful devils in the Nine Hells that are currently fighting over who's going to come to this, who's going to send an army to the surface to drag him to the Nine Hells.
Even Ryu?
And do you think those devils are going to be a surgical strike, or do you think your kingdoms are going to burn because of it?
She stands silent and says, my house burned before because of devils. Like, that's how my parents died.
Yes. No.
So,
I have some questions.
we don't know what happened, but one day one day a bunch of devils attacked and, well, they rushed me out of the house and next thing you know, they died.
It would not surprise me if that is connected to your emperor with his contract with devils and demons. After all, it could.
I think they only deal with devils, working with both sides of the.
Remember, I'm gonna say remember, Sally's a demon as well, so.
Yes, but remember that that demons are almost always. It's exceptionally rare that they're not chaotic evil. And I think Sally's what, neutral evil now, or is she gone lawful?
Neutral evil.
Yeah. Hopefully someday she can go true neutral somehow.
Mhm.
Then Alara can actually be friends with her technically.
Yep. And also, memory serves, there was we did get word of a demon he was working with, like Bellathorpe or something.
Yeah, they're very rare, but they do exist. And so, look, more than likely, devils and maybe some daemon, but more than likely they're just doing pure contracts with devils. They're more willing to. They're much more willing to get into agreements, whereas demons don't really care as much.
And there's also the chance that the slaughter of all those people, just part of a contract, a sacrificial offering. So when exactly did these the devils attack?
About 10 years ago, just before I joined the navy upon on the old emperor.
That's before the time I spent in Westwood. Could have been making deals well before the Westwood incident.
Out of character, Ty, you said that that was right before the new emperor. That was like right around when the new emperor came in, correct?
Yeah, yeah. About at this time, about probably about a year or two later, the new Ryu murdered the old emperor.
So yeah, so we're piecing together a timeline. Before we can go more into the history of your kingdom, there's a few questions of more personal nature I need to ask of you. How much do you know of Vikrin and myself outside of what's been observable within the Wufu Empire, specifically where we came from before?
She takes a deep breath and says, "Well, I'm a strategist. I don't, and so I make sure I know everything about my opponent before I fight them. So,
And who have you told of the location of? Basically, it's going to be an elven name, but it basically means serenity, and that's the name of Vikrin's hometown.
like, only the captain, because I know that I need his army to attack you, to
And
storm
you've told no one else.
No.
That is fortunate. Because you should know what happens when you push a dangerous creature into a corner. What does it do?
I know, but
No, say it. What do they do?
they attack with with all abandon.
Yes. Laura reaches into her bag and she pulls out. Saloon would kind of see this. It looks like a piece of parchment that has been magically encased in glass. And Alara sets it down onto the table in front of her. On the picture, on the parchment is a kind of a very fine charcoal sketch of a little elven girl, guessing late 60s, early 70s. She's in like basically a miniature version of what Alara's wearing. Alara's also in this little drawing, and this little girl's holding up a sword and going like, and there's writing an undercommon underneath it. And she goes, "That's what's there." So you should know.
Yes, your adopted daughter.
Yes, and you should know how far Vicar and I would go to protect her, and how far some gods have gone to look out for her. Saloon would start to notice the divine power that normally radiates from Alara is intensifying ever so slightly.
She sighs and says, "Yes, I know. Sadly, that is part of my plan. Was I have to deal with all of you." She pretty much explains her plan to the first goal is to separate. She explains that the first goal is to separate you two from the party.
That would have been a massive mistake because Vikrin can keep myself and the two of us supplied and hidden for months in the most inhospitable of terrain.
Yes, but they also could target Remy, Saloon, and Sandra.
Who could hide in a pocket dimension you can't access.
Actually, she pulls out a book and says, I studied the mages at the
We would have stripped that from her. We'd have taken anything she had on her.
Okay,
Though
so
we might
like
have kept it in the room.
so she pulls out the book. It's like, actually, I studied the mages at the from the what what the, there we go, the Werewolf Company, and well, I had some, as well as some powerful mages that could break into the pocket dimension. Yes, it'll be a suicide mission, but I have specific mages designed to break the pocket dimension, or just make sure she never goes back. And I have more mages designed so so she's trapped in the pocket dimension. So, so she's
Also,
trapped.
I'm curious. Other than Lyra, my adoptive daughter, what else do you know about that hometown? About some
Uh,
of the people there?
that is home to Frickman's parents. That
Yeah. She probably get adoptive father is an elf, older, former kind of adventure traveling cleric, but is now settled down as the priest of a Desnan temple.
yeah, exactly.
Mom's a kind of a I can't remember what the class is called, but basically it's an alchemist. But they deal in more the natural herbs and stuff. I can't remember what they're called. I think they're called an herbalist. Basically, that's what she is. So she uses a lot of nature for her power, and combines it with the arcane instead of doing the pure arcane. She's a half elf, getting older herself. What does she have on Vikran's master and the old elf that leads the town? How much does she know about him? Other than
Almost, almost everything. She hasn't finished studying him yet.
well, she knows that he is a blade of Iomade, which only one other person on the planet knows at this point, which is Alara.
Yep.
How did you find out about him? Almost all the records are gone.
There are some records that could never be gone.
You should know the stories about the blades. That they forsook paladin abilities to become expert blade masters for Iomade, and that though he may be old, he was once one of their top masters. Technically now the Grand Master.
Of course I know.
The
If
devastation
necessary,
it caused.
if necessary, I will deal with him as well. Even though, she, even though the Emperor says not to, but
As that would piss off Iomade herself and probably lead to a holy crusade being called, leading to every Iomadean temple crashing down on your empire all at once.
yeah. No, he said not yet. He says that he quotes Algarve would deal with her. Right now, just stick to the. Right now, just stick to to conquering lands and take out the ruling party.
I hope you understand, though, that you will make one very powerful, unexpected enemy should you go after Vikran Alara in Rimi. Samuel Smith himself. I'm sure you do not wish to face him.
Yes, and it's right for you, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Who both of them now have something very important that you are threatening.
Yes, when
It
we
is-
left, she was at least with child when we left. By now, probably has given birth.
Yes.
And if
I
you felt, and if you thought that the rage of Samuel Smith before was something, if he feels that his own child is in danger, I could only begin to imagine just how powerful he would become.
We should also let you know that we've informed Westwood that you of all of the ports and the identities of every agent you have in those ports, as well as spies in courts, traders that were working with them. All of that is now in their hands. Your stratagem is ruined. Now, because you've told us several of your secrets, I highly doubt you're going to be forgiven by the Emperor.
but what do I have left? I've been serving the Emperor for almost 10 years.
I am sure, even though
Well, the old Emperor and the new Emperor.
Yeah, she's been serving both of them. So
The only other
you are, from what I can tell, an honorable person who does not follow the path of dark, nor do you follow the path of light. You follow a path of honor. If you are willing to work with the Arvo Republic, the noble house here, and the others to overthrow the current emperor, you might be able to convince them. You might be able to convince them, since you seem to be a popular leader, to not be an empress or to take over, but to be an important part of an interim government. That might be an option, and it would probably save a lot of lives in the long run.
Probably make a what do we call it check.
A diplomacy check?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is technically one of Alara's strong suits. She's not as good as Vikran, but close. Do you have a good diplomacy check?
Minus plus 11.
Okay, then you assist me. Come on. 27.
She's swaying like. Let me just think about it.
Well,
I want to betray the emperor, even if the emperor is pretty much an asshole. Not that.
even if he was the one who sacrificed your parents, which is likely true since they died at the hands of a devil, that their souls are now being rended for a power in the nine hells and eternal suffering.
Tell me.
You
What?
Alara for Paladin seems to have a lot more. I will say that she seems to have a lot more knowledge of the soul trade than a Paladin really should.
She says, "Tell me, was it the prince that killed the late emperor?"
The prince, more than likely, through Ryu. Did we actually get confirmation from Ryu that he was working for the prince at the time, or
Yeah.
the current emperor?
Yeah, from his sister, got confirmation that yes, she's been working with the prince long
This
before.
information is old, but it comes from Ryu's sister. She confirmed that he was acting as an assassin for the prince to take power. Whether you are willing to trust the word of a paladin that has been helping dismantle every gain your empire has made, and the word of someone who is, I would presume, listed as a traitor to the empire, and that information is a couple years out of date and being given to you secondhand, that's your decision. But as you know, paladins are sworn never to tell lies.
Yeah, I know. The 3 golden rules of a paladin.
I think you're thinking of one of the other orders.
No lying, no cheating, no stealing.
That's the short version of it. Generally, it's make sure to follow just laws, keep your word, don't lie, treat prisoners
with respect and dignity.
With care and dignity. That's one of the reasons why Vikran's not here. The second he found out about that his home was potentially threatened by you, and that the captain knew, he crossed a few lines. He didn't go too far. It was understandable and justifiable, and arguably justifiable. But if he was sitting here, I honestly couldn't say what lines he might cross.
All right, just be careful. I think the viceroy is coming back in the game now.
Oh, we'll be sealing the gates.
Wait, I thought the gates were. Wait, I thought the gates were was rusted open.
Oh, we got in contact with the underground mages. They sent the ones who knew how to repair, to do repairing magic to the gates with the contingents of guards. They just took the place of one guard. No one noticed.
Interesting.
Yes. So
even I didn't see this coming.
One thing I am willing to extend to you. Later today, we're going to be inflaming tensions between the Navy, and the Army. Get them into one location, fighting each other, then surround them with the local guard, with the Noble House Guard, and arresting them. What we can extend to you, if you are willing to keep them in line, we're willing to let you stay with your men, albeit having guards, having our guards next to you, not your own, and you be an advocate for their needs. We'll probably have them transferred to the Airville Republic at a certain point as well.
Well, technically, it's only half my men. The other half is, well, conquering nations as we speak.
And as they return, we'll be seizing the ships. I'm presuming you have in your office your coded signal book for flags to let, as well as the rough schedule of when they should be coming and going.
Yeah.
Is there anything else hidden in your office that we should worry about?
No, since you already took my book.
We'll be passing that along to Asandra, see if she can't bolster up her defenses to prevent any mages that you may have hired from getting in.
Laura, may I borrow that book for a second?
Of course, it's over there on the table. Points to a table over in the corner.
I go to the book and open it up onto the section for Saloon. Does it actually list that Saloon is actually a Damphia and not like a human?
Actually, yes. With specific ways to kill you with, well, poison, with holy magic, bullets, and well, anything that affects a Dampier.
Well, there's a little mistake in this one. I can't be harmed by holy magic.
I thought you still could be harmed by holy magic. You just can be healed by holy light, albeit less efficiently.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring that's what they were mentioning with like holy stuff is like healing magic and stuff.
Holy text.
Okay.
Let me. I'll double check the Dampier just to see what the exact rules are for them. I know they have negative energy affinity.
Yeah, which can be switched out, like if for a race.
Partially. Let's see. Though a living creature, Dampiers react to positive and negative energy as if we're undead. Positive energy harms it, while negative energy heals it. You've got that feat that lets you do both, I believe.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but at half effectiveness. So yeah, basically, if Alara were to try to hurt you with lay on hands, it wouldn't work. It would actually heal you. Or if I think like or if Alara were to channel, which does kind of can heal or hurt undead, it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't even heal you actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the very least, holy magics will be rather restricted on what can hurt me.
So, Admiral, are you willing to meet our terms that you will fully surrender and you will do what you can to guarantee the cooperation of your men? True zealots notwithstanding, I would presume that you would leave them, leave their fates to the what guards are protecting the prison camp.
Yeah, I have some.
But you'll keep the others in line, as well as provide assistance to the war effort against the Wufu Empire, whether that being giving us tactics or consulting on strategy.
Yeah. From my parents and for the late Emperor.
Then you have my word that I will do what I can to make sure your men are treated well, as well as kept with you.
I should note that she has that the book is very, very thick. I mean, it's not just the strategy to kill you. It's pretty much strategy after strategy after strategy, backup plan after backup plan after backup plan of pretty much everything she's done so far.
So basically, it's like about as thick as one of those like encyclopedias you'd see in a library.
Yeah.
Quick question. Alara will kind of peruse over the book if Saloon's not busy with it for a moment. She's going to flip over to Vikran's section. Does it include his true identity, and are there any plans to attempt to contact his actual father included?
Yep.
Contacting Vikran's father would be a massive mistake.
That's why That I know. That's why it's in the backup plan section, just in case I have to sacrifice a men.
Hey, out of
Not
curiosity,
that he
like,
sacrificed men, but you should. It is noted here. His family's patron is Asmodeus himself.
I know. For some odd reason, the Empress told me not to deal with them either. I guess I know why now.
Yes. There are other secrets that you don't have in here, which I thank the gods of life for.
Ty, out of curiosity, in the section that was there for Saloon, did it also mention like her long-term goals, goals, like eventually her trying to kill her father, things like that?
Yep. Like
It probably also
in her sex is like will tempt her to bring her father this way, and then when she comes after him, we attack her.
basically use her father as bait.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's probably also, depending on. I'm curious how she got all this information in these stories. Who did she talk to?
She's been studying. She pretty much gets around like, oh, this, oh, there's that. Oh, hey, it's this thing.
Yeah,
She's pretty much very, very, very good at gaining information, especially since she conquered a bunch of lands.
Got it. So basically, she's picked up a series of merchant hubs where she can at least start to extract rumors quietly for coin. Does it list that she's infiltrated Vikran's hometown with any agents?
Not yet. He's like,
is there any attempt to?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He says not infiltrating yet, and underlying says, whatever you do, do not hurt the child, or I will kill you myself.
Out of curiosity, did the book have
I highly doubt your men would be able to follow that order in the end. She's got the spirit of a little girl's got the spirit of a paladin in her. She would fight to the last, even though she's that young.
I'm pretty sure my men would injure the child. I'm pretty sure my men could incapacitate the child without.
She's being very careful with her words. She's being smart.
Incapacitate the child, yeah.
You're lucky your plans didn't go much farther. But I will tell you this: if we find out that you're lying to us in any way, shape, or form, my protection, my word ends, and what happens to you happens to you. Is that understood?
Yes.
Good. She's going to. Well, I guess Saloon can hold on to the book for now. Go over things. Though Alara is going to rip out the pages that are various bits of Vikran's secrets, as well as some stuff on her, just because, hey, look, I really don't want this Inquisitor digging into me too much.
Out of curiosity, is there a section on Sam Smith in there?
Yes, it says he
probably listed under the allies section.
Yeah, like ally Samuel Smith, very powerful. He actually take a slash from Ryu and survive. Very dangerous. Do not approach right now.
And there's probably like a section saying, do not approach his child unless you wish to die.
Yeah. Of course, there's also a section for
Yeah, for Orchid as well.
Yeah, but that's because she just talked to her brother, like, oh yeah.
There's probably a section on the princess as well, including that she also is Malin Selen. That's her alternate identity.
Yeah, it's like she's very trained in archery, trained by Vikran herself, as well as Alara as well.
She's sparred with Alara. She's learned some blade work from her, mainly more elven fighting techniques. From Vikran, she got a combination of human, elven, and drow fighting techniques.
Yeah.
So she's probably listed as a mixed fighting style, tough to counter,
Yeah.
but she's still young and inexperienced.
Yeah. As well as a section for Laura and ironically enough, a new section for what you call it, Melina. Melina.
Minerva?
Yeah, thank you.
Minerva? Yep. There's probably information on Alara's home temple citadel,
Exactly.
which annoys her to no end, especially since it probably has a very honest description of dying paladin order
Yeah.
listed. Yeah. So and it's probably also listing some of her probably listing her parents and her older half sister. There's probably a plan to try to contact her older half sister, to be completely honest. And there, since the older half sister is hot headed, convince her to come out and use her as bait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's plan C.
You thought of a lot of things.
The
It's
first,
good that we stopped you well before.
the first
I'm
rule,
surprised-
the first rule of being a strategist is that the first plan always fails. Make sure you have plans E through C through
So, do you have any plans to get out of this predicament?
To be honest, no, because I didn't expect to be in this predicament.
How did you not see this one coming? Our modus operandi is well known for how we've taken the cities back. Use a little bit of use cunning and subterfuge, and then we hit what remains in direct combat.
Yeah, but I didn't think that the Ballard House would betray us.
They've been delaying. The head of the house hasn't been seen for months.
Wait a second. Is he dead?
Probably.
Yeah, he is. He suffered from a heart attack.
You have a bit of a tunnel visioning problem, don't you? You were so focused on defeating us, you didn't see what was around you.
Guilty as charged. I strategize between either defeating you or conquering the next land that.
And you didn't see through the fairly nice gentleman that you met a few days back, who had very gifted healing abilities without using magic. Was Vic.
I should have seen this coming. By the time I was, wait a second, did you spread the rumor about me?
I didn't do it.
I should have known. I mean, yeah, the Army and Navy never got along, but not to the point of fighting.
Well, now you're physically here, presumably involved in a meeting, and we have work to do out there getting things secured. We'll do what we can to try to limit casualties, but we cannot guarantee that. If the Navy and the Army choose not to surrender and choose to fight to the end, that's what they unfortunately will get. We'll do what we can, but we cannot guarantee anything.
Just make sure everyone's safe, including the citizens. Including the citizens.
The citizens are our first priority.
At this point, you should stay silent.
We'll make sure that obviously no utensils are sent with it, but some food is brought down to her, and simple cup. We'll have somebody watching her while she's consuming from the cup. And fun fact that I learned: apparently, back in the Middle Ages, bread was used as a plate for food.
Interesting.
So we probably sent down some food on bread, something decent probably. So let's get back upstairs. Vicklin Vikram, if this place has a kind of a general shrine to the gods, he's probably been spending time in there, just trying to focus and concentrate. Alara will speak to him for a bit, letting him know what she found, handing him the paperwork. Vikram quietly puts it away into his own stash. Oh, a quick question: Does the admiral is she able to understand Undercommon?
Yeah, she pretty much understands almost any language.
She would have been able to read what was written underneath the picture. It's Undercommon, but translates to my two lights in the darkness.
Yeah, 1 second. I have a phone call.
Yeah. Yes, Alara carries around a picture Vikram made. And the reason why Alara's carrying it right now is, well, she's now basically a mom and really did not want to have to leave Lyra behind. But
yeah, I'm just eating some Popeye.
Vikram used to carry it, now she carries it, then she goes back to Vikram.
Yeah, I'm just watching the rain. Yeah, what happened? Alright. Alright, so... Okay. I don't know, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm still
wish I
probably
could
just
come
keep
over,
studying
but,
the book.
Yeah, I have no money for Uber.
Minus what Alara removed
Yeah,
from it,
minus
so you
that.
preserve Vikram and Alara's secrets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Megan?
I'm very curious as to just where exactly she got all this information, Adara.
How is your sister doing?
There's only so much trade that merchant traders would be able to offer, and even then, what information they could offer could probably be very contradictory. Curious as to how she's able to confirm the information. I suppose it's the next time we see her, we can ask how she was able to confirm the information.
For the paper as usual. Remember when I said how hard to smash, how unlucky characters from Smash? Yeah, Nintendo recognized that, and the patch that released a week ago made the enemies weaker.
So I figured this guy. So guys, you figured this
Yeah,
one
everyone's
came from
complaining like,
one
yeah,
of the
the enemies
Sims
is too
games.
hard. There's even a YouTube video that says that the enemy is actually an online person to make sure you don't unlock anyone. It's a joke, of course. Oh boy. About 3:30. How long will you be out? Ah. No, it's about 3 o'clock. Oh boy. I'll talk to you in the pay-per-view. Alright, bye. Alright, well I miss.
Not much. Just a small thought process of like, how exactly was she able to confirm all the information? Since like stuff from like merchant hubs would probably be contradictory at best.
If you get enough stories, eventually you see a pattern, and you can use that as confirmation. Basically, if you have 8 different stories that are fairly different, the thing they have in common is probably the truth.
Because remember, she's not good at fighting, even though I had to make her a monk class, but she's very good at getting intelligence.
Yeah.
Which is why she succeeded until now, even though she's very tunnel visioned.
Yeah, we gotta be careful with her because she basically is a living weapon. So she doesn't need weapons to fight. She's also exceptionally intelligent and a strategist. So even though we will keep her with her men, we do want her segregated from them when possible. Basically, she's more there as a figurehead and an advocate that will bring out when there's a problem with the Navy personnel that we capture. Sound about right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's kept in not true solitary because she has at least earned some comfort and I wouldn't call it trust, but some understanding. She still has a ways to go to work her way up into. I can't remember his name, but there was a general who was much like Rommel in World War II. He was considered kind of a gentleman soldier, not directly working with the Nazi Party. And he was selected as as like a military attaché for some of the Western powers after the war was over, as part of the interim government.
I can't think of who.
Very well respected man. I can't remember his name. If Rommel survived the war, he likely would have been that because he was very well respected.
Yeah. So, basically, we have like a day before those guys show up. How shall we better? Is there any other prep work?
We want to seal the gates.
Yeah, we're doing that. Outside of that, is there anything else that we can do to prep up for the inevitable assault?
Seizing the arsenals, getting the ships, and start moving cannon, but we can do that overnight.
Yeah.
So obviously you got her key, so that means you got all the. So that means you have all the Tripsy arsenal.
Yep, we got.
Oh, we also can unlock her lockbox as well.
Yep.
We'll do that after everything's been seized.
Yep.
Because the building where the strong box is that a Wufu Empire building? A Wufu Empire bank?
It was a bar.
Okay,
no, the bar is just a bar.
Yeah.
It's just that the sailors come there because it's the closest bar to the port.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the strong box, which was a separate building.
Yeah, that's a Wufu Empire.
Okay.
So we'll seize that later because we don't have. Because I don't really want to subject her to the whole being turned into a mask. That's for the captain. That's for the commander of the local detachment of the army. So, Alar and Vikram will go to the lady of the house. And ask if her men are ready for this.
Yes, my men are ready. Just
are the militias ready to rise? The citizenry militias ready to rise as well? At least the ones you can trust?
Tabitha walked out and says, yes. We sent word to all the militias. Damn. My mouth is getting thirsty. But yeah.
We'll also want to... Because we're going to be going under siege soon, there are I noticed some buildings outside of the gate. What is in those buildings?
1 second. Outside of the gates. Come on. Alright, so what's building you're talking about? Oh, these buildings. Battletown is pretty much old at this point, so these are the old buildings. It's pretty much abandoned.
Okay, everything outside is abandoned.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll send skeleton crews out there to pick anything that's valuable. Then we're gonna burn them all to the ground. We're doing full scorched earth policy around this city. After we get control of it.
All right.
What season are we currently in?
Let me actually check.
Because that will determine what kind of farmlands around us. And
All right, so halfway one in a row. So yeah, it's pretty much springtime again.
okay,
Westwood's in winter right now.
okay. Have they started planting yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, we'll evacuate the farmers. Take and take all of the seed, all of the seeds. Bring them into the city. We're going to leave nothing out there that can be used by the army. Standard counter siege tactic. Destroy everything of value. Burn down the forests a certain distance away, so it's not easy for them to get wood for siege engine.
All right. Well, as you look around town, it's like, yeah, it's pretty much easy to burn old Ballard Town to the ground.
Yeah. How far is the closest forest from this place?
Let me see. Let me just switch maps again.
Though Vicar doesn't like the idea of doing it, if he has to, he will set a forest fire and make sure it stays lit. It looks like it's a pretty far distance away, so we don't need to worry about that. They can't use it for cover. Okay. Yep, got it. So House Ballard. Got it. Okay, so can we get the shindig off then? We'll have our guys disguised as Wufu Empire soldiers try to arrest several of the Navy. Does it work?
Let me just.
Are they getting chased off?
Let's just take a roll to find out. Yeah, it works to an extent. Half them are getting chased off, half them are being arrested.
Wait. So some are actually complying.
Pretty much because they're drunk at this point.
Oh, got it. So it's the drunk ones. Then I'm guessing. So what I'll tell is basically if you get resistance, and also tell these guys, look, it's a little risky, but we're going to want you to go to larger groups of sailors, so they think they have a chance. So that once you get some resistance, you start falling back to where the party is. Then disappear into the alleyways after things get started.
All right, so they follow the orders and yep, they piss off enough sailors to run like hell.
Are there sailors currently running off the boats leading skeleton crews?
Yeah.
Good.
And it says, "Where's the admiral?" I don't know, but hopefully, this space the rumor once for all. Yeah, she's busy anyway. She has another town to conquer, I heard.
Yeah.
Hello?
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 Okay, so there's not much left for the naval personnel. The Marines have probably grabbed their weapons, and is it turning into a full-on street brawl mixed in with weapons being unsheathed?
Yep, guns, firearms, swords, long swords, katanas. At this point, it's pretty much a full-on street brawl at this point. And of course, it's at the bar.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I want to get them corralled into kind of trying to have it corralled towards one area. That's why I wanted those guards to run towards the wrong man. That's another city we already took.
1 second.
Let's see. There we go. Yep. So yeah, where was the party mainly happening? /festival?
Right here, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Right by the water?
Yeah,
I thought
right.
it was farther inland, like over here. Ty, where was it?
Yeah, right by the water. Because remember that was the
The party.
Yeah, because remember that was the bar over here. So the party's over
Okay.
here.
Got it. Okay, so we got these guys. So we got a good chunk of the Wufu army here. We got a good chunk of the navy here. I
Yeah,
guess
of
it's time
course,
to,
the Navy's outrunning them 3-1, of course.
where's the rest of the Wufu army? Or is there not that big of a contingent here to begin with?
It's not that big of a contingent
Okay,
because
got it.
the Navy's pretty much in charge, but yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll have our all of us split up and lead different contingents of the guard of the noble house guards, and we're going to cut off. Our first priority is to cut off access to the ships to allow the local sailors to take over the ships. Is that working?
Let me see. Because remember, some of them have been left behind. Apparently not enough. Yeah, you managed to knock out the bosun's mates to take over the ships.
Okay, so several ships have been taken. There are a few that are still contested.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is after some ships have been secured, we'll just have we'll have that. Now it's time to bring the hammer down. Do we have that spell that does the booming voice thing available? Anyone got that?
Well, remember, Sandra has it, but remember, she's also sick.
Yep, she's sick. Damn it. Do we have somebody that can at least boost the voice of Vikran so that he can try to intimidate this crowd into surrender after surrounding them?
I think I can help with that.
Basically, Vikram wants to be heard by all.
I think I can help with that, says Tapida.
Thank you. So, Vikram will get to one of the highest points on a building so he can be seen by most of the people down there, while still having the ability to dive behind cover in case someone tries to take a pot shot. And, well, after getting that spell cast on, he's going to yell, "Attention, soldiers and sailors of the Wufu Empire. You have been completely surrounded by the guards of House Balor."
Yeah. Yeah, House Balor.
Yeah. House Balor is declaring independence from the Wufu Empire. If you surrender now and drop your arms, you will be treated with dignity and care. Those who resist, we cannot guarantee your safety. The commander of the army and the admiral of the navy are both prisoners in House Balor.
And the second you say, "Wait, you captured the admiral?" and all the guns turn to you. well, the navy guns turn to you. The army guns like, fuck the captain anyway.
Shooting me will not get her back. You're completely surrounded. Your ships have been taken.
At this point, one of the bosun's mates crawl out like, "She's right." Like why are you
I'll roll
going
intimidate. Let's see. Just double checking. And intimidate 18. Yep. And boom. 28.
All right,
Put your guns down if you want to guarantee your safety and survival.
All right, have them put their guns down. 3/4 of them are still riding and actually still want to fight the army, and about the other quarter is trying to sneak off to a House Battle to rescue their admiral. They
probably get stopped by guards less than a street away.
Like,
quick question: Do they have like a little leader who's trying to do that rescue little rescue operation? Is there like a guy that Vikram can pinpoint as the leader of it?
Yeah, probably an ensign.
Got it. Quick draw, quick shot, firing a slew of arrows. How far is he away from Vikram in feet?
about this point.
Ty?
Yeah, here.
I need to know how many feet roughly compared to where Vikram is.
Oh,
Is it more than 110 feet?
probably 100 feet.
Okay, just barely in the first range. So, okay. Is he? Does he have a weapon out?
No, nope.
Okay.
Well, other than a standard issue pistol, but other than that.
No. Is he currently wielding a weapon? Yes
Oh
or
no, no.
Okay, I'm gonna do a less lethal shot with ranged disarm. So let's see. That's going to be at a -2 because of the distance. Is he a human or a half elf?
Half elf.
Okay, that actually gives me additional bonuses. I'm doing non-lethal damage. So I'll be an additional -4. So let's see. And a blunted arrow hits the gun. He takes. Let's see, and I'm not doing any additional damage, so. He takes 14 non-lethal damage as he probably hits his hand, and it probably sprains his wrist severely.
You're like, what the hell?
Hawk swoops in, picks up the pistol off the ground, and flies over to Vikram. We have you surrounded. We have you outgunned. Do you really think, if I alone can stop you, do you really think you'll be able to bust down the already sealed gates that are being defended by the elite guard of House Baelor?
Wait,
Save your admiral?
Wait, sealed gates? Yeah, it's rumors that the gates are sealed now.
All gates are now sealed. The city is cut off. So, again, do we give the order for the guards to move forward and try and take you by force, or are you going to surrender? Those who wish to surrender, if it's mixed, walk towards the lines, hands out clearly with no weapon. You'll be pulled through the guard lines and then contained. I'm presuming a good chunk of them are starting to do this.
Yeah, including the ensign. Of course, there's still fight. Of course, there's still a fight between the army and the navy, but it's like a core. But it's like the core of the army versus the core of the navy now.
And they're not listening?
Nope.
Well, since the numbers are significantly lower now, we'll send in the guard. We'll have the militia we'll have the militia help clean up the ships and move prisoners around. We'll keep the prisoners separate, army within one group, navy at another. We'll store them in warehouses throughout the city for now.
All right, and what's the rest of you going to do?
Well, I guess as all this stuff is going on, going to not sure what exactly my character would be doing. I guess normally I usually would just follow and assist Vikram, but he pretty much has that taken care of. I guess I could stay here in the manor, overlooking the gates, to deal with potential intruders. So act as an additional guard to the admiral, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Remy does that as well.
Or Remy, does her whole. I'm a cute bard. I will inspire you to victory.
and pretty much calming the rest of the men down.
I can perform.
Because bars can do a wonderful job of calming men down. Yeah, the fighting pretty much slows down and stopped after hearing Rami's song.
Okay, good. Now that these guys are secured, we're going to send out some loyal citizenry to strip any buildings that are here of anything valuable. We'll go out to all the farmland, and we're evacuating the people. We'll evacuate the people, and then any equipment we can take with us, we will. Anything that cannot be taken with us, we destroy. We're making sure that we're salting the earth around the city effectively, since we have some time left. We'll be stripping the heavier ships. Those ships that just had a lot of that were just basically like galleons, just covered in cannon. We'll be stripping a lot of them of their cannon and shot. They'll still have defenses, but we're going to convert them into kind of haulers, and we'll just have smaller ships as escorts. And we're going to reinforce the walls with more cannon. So we'll be doing this overnight. Also, I presume there's a lot of Wufu Empire statues being destroyed and flags.
Once the citizenry realizes they're free, they're destroying the flag. They're destroying the empire. They even have some of them even brought that chicken.
The new flag, that Nibbles flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Armories have been seized. Weapons are being distributed to competent-looking civilians that want to join the militia. We've got the mages group officially recognized. They'll probably be seeking out anyone with. They'll probably be openly saying, "Hey, if you have magical potential, please come to us. We can help train you." Blah 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 blah. And we're sealing the city. How black? With the assistance of the mages and. Should I roll a knowledge nature, or should I roll something else to come up with a way to do as much damage to the surrounding landmass as possible?
Knowledge nature.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to piss off the gods with this one, but not much choice.
Okay,
34 to just, in a sense, not strip the land, to pretty much strip the land bare around the city within 1 night. With volunteers helping, of course. Multiple fires of buildings being burned.
Well, you can get the buildings burned easily. As far as salting the land, probably not going to.
Well, salt the earth. That's the term.
Yeah, I know.
Because the seeds haven't been planted yet, and we basically instead taking the infrastructure. The land can be used later, but it's probably going to need some repairs after the siege. But for now, the city will stand.
Yeah.
So
it's going to take a little while. So I don't know if they're going to make it or not.
We're going to do as much as we can before the second we start seeing dawn light, we fall back to the city and light the buildings surrounding the wall. It'll buy us more time to prevent the enemy from getting close to the walls. Gates are sealed, defenses raised. And do we see an army marching on the city?
Yes you do. Led by Global Fighting Viceroy Champion Rotunda. Like, what is going on?
Do they have their shields up? And how far are they out distance-wise?
They just start marching
because we've got archers on the walls.
As soon as they see the city light up, they hold up their shields and start running toward the city. Like, double time, hut 2.
I'll take command of the archers. Saloon, would you mind taking command of the musketmen and the cannon?
Will do.
And Remy, you're going to be doing the performance of your life.
So here's Rotunda.
Suddenly, Through the Flames and Flyer starts playing.
So here's Rotunda, and here's a bunch of his men. I'm just too lazy to. And here's a bunch of his men.
How many archers and crossbowmen do we have in the city that I can directly command on this wall?
Probably about 10 each.
Only 10 people for this entire wall? Not
Oh,
hundreds
for,
upon
oh,
hundreds?
oh, for the entire wall?
Yes,
the entire
we're going to be doing arrow barrages. We're not targeting specific people. I'm asking how many people could I potentially get shooting arrows into the air and just raining down hell on these guys? Intermixed with flaming arrows that will hopefully hit their supply wagons, since they probably haven't set up a proper camp.
Oh, about probably about 30.
Okay. Archers, angle 37 degrees, full draw. Every fourth man fires a flaming arrow. Ready, aim, fire.
All right, let me see how much they block. If they block, if anything. Let's have them have shields.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden just went quiet. Didn't know if something happened.
Oh, no, I was about to say, but yeah.
Vicarin is currently commanding the archers and doing barrages of arrows.
Yeah, meanwhile, Rotunda's pretty much trying to run over.
Okay. Command the musket men to fire in rows.
From the top of the wall and probably from the holes poked in the wall.
Yep. So that way there'll always be at least one group firing while another group's reloading.
And we have ridiculously good cover.
Also, how far away would you say that Rotunda is from me?
Actually, about 5 to 10 feet with a couple men covering him.
500 feet.
Yeah, yeah. She's pretty much running with a club, and he's pretty much have his club hanging up high. So you know what that means.
Quick question: you said you're using a rifle, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me check a few things. Did you get the range upgrade, a magic upgrade to it?
Beyond like that, you have like Farsight.
It's a +1 cost. It's called ranged. It's a special ability.
I do not.
What's your effective range?
Max, the effective range is 80, but I also have Farsight, so that reduces the penalty by going beyond that to a -1 instead.
Yes, but one thing you also need to remember: after the 5th range increment, you're not targeting touch AC anymore. You only target touch for the first 5 range increments.
All right, so that puts it at 6 and a quarter range increments.
So you're also at a -14. Or sorry, no, you got Farsight, so -7.
Yeah.
I would say hold off until he's within those 5 range increments.
Yep. So I'm gonna hold up.
Musketmen are just firing regularly.
Yep. So I'll hold off until.
Wait, did you say you got the Farsight scope on it, or the feet?
The feet.
Okay, got it. Because there actually is a scope you can get for it. That if you fire only as one standard action, you can range touch at any range.
Note to self: buy the scope. So yeah, once he enters 400 feet, that's when I'll start firing at him.
Yeah. At this point, he's covered by men, and he's trying to get closer to the wall with his club hanging up high.
Okay.
And Remy actually knocked out one of the first men.
It's called the Far-Reaching Sight. It costs 4,000 gold. The sight can be attached to a single two-handed firearm. When this is done, the sight becomes part of the weapon, but can be removed from the weapon with a full round action. The wielder can choose to spend a full round action to make a single shot with the firearm that has this sight. When she does, she can resolve the attack against touch AC that her target regardless of the range increment. You're still affected by the penalties, but remember, your first shot is always a crit, so...
Mm-hmm. So yeah, when this battle's over, I'm going to see if I can find one of those or buy one.
All right.
Also, is
they're
the
not too terribly. They're not very high level actually. So
also, are you having issues with the SRD right now, like I am?
a little bit, yeah.
Say again.
The Pathfinder SRD is a little bit slow.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Right.
when he gets to within
they're trying to run a bit closer now, so it's about 400 feet now.
okay, so he's within 400 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also so there's one that's covering him.
Unless they
Yeah,
provide the
His goal,
equivalency of
his goal is to get to 100 feet before he slams his
Okay.
club.
I'm going to focus fire on him. You said he's within 500 feet. I'm at
400
minus-
feet. 400
Yep.
feet and counting down.
okay.
Okay,
Is
400.
the cover he's in? Is it considered total cover?
Not from the weapon he's
No,
going
it's,
to use.
it's soft cover. It's
Excellent.
soft
So
cover.
Mike, improved precise aiming.
Same here. We ignore the cover, both of us. I'm also going to have the archers focus on him and just try to take out the men. Basically, to have barrage fire to try and slow him down with corpses. And I'm going to be firing. You know what? I'm going to dip into my special arrows. I'm going to start firing. I think it's frost arrows.
Okay. And so, will this confirm a crit against Rotund?
Oh yeah,
40
that confirms. I don't even look at the sheet that say it confirms.
Ooh. And also, before I fire, I'd like to also cast Greater Bane on myself against humans.
Yep.
Gotta get that little extra in.
I'm just double checking what frost does. I'm trying to stack the damage where I can. He's also evil, so that helps as well. So I'm combining frost and evil.
So in one shot, Rotund takes 156 damage.
All right. At this point, the rest of the men now surround him to push him forward as he stumbles back.
Actually, hold on. He's wielding a weapon.
Yeah, the Thunder Club.
I'm gonna do some bullshit. You guys cool be doing bullshit?
Get away, man.
Okay. Vikrin at 400 feet out. I can still technically do this, which is an additional -2. So I'm at a -6, so -8. He's a human, so let's see. I'm not deadly aiming this for obvious reasons. And this is versus a CMD. Holy shit, I probably did it.
Did what?
I just put an arrow through his wrist at 400 feet. With a frost arrow, so it's freezing over.
As he's switching, as his hand
Hold on,
being
rolling the
frozen,
damage. Yeah.
one, roll damage, and two, if he survives, he's going to switch hands.
No, the weapon falls to the ground. When disarmed, weapon falls to the ground immediately. Doesn't matter if it's one-handed or two-handed. Yeah. I just range disarmed. So let's see. I'm just double checking. Plus. So he's going to take 25 damage. That includes both holy and frost damage.
Ouch. And as the weapon falls to the ground, Remy, Victorin, and Saloon make a reflex save.
But he's 400 feet out.
Doesn't matter from if the weapon
Wait, are
falls to
his
the
men
ground.
being affected by this too?
Huh?
Is everyone being affected by this, including
Yeah,
him?
so pretty much everyone's knocked on the ass except Rotunda. Right?
I rolled a 19.
Alright.
Wow.
Vikrin, you fall to the ground as well.
Damn it.
Saloon barely makes it, and Remy makes it as well.
Damn it. Bad roll.
We all rolled terribly on that.
Yeah, the DC was 20 and without him Wiggly the DC is 20. This DC is like six. The DC is like what is it? Seven, the DC, let me see, is 40 with him wiggling it. That's the power of the Thunder Club.
And we don't have that cool ability Shendu would give us. I can't remember what it was. Basically, it lets us choose per round if we want to get up as a free action. So I've got to use a move action for that.
All right.
So I'm guessing he's getting up. He's grabbing his
No,
weapon
no,
to continue.
yeah, he's grabbing it with his left hand now and continuing to
Yep.
charge the wall.
And I shoot him again. I again just work to shoot him.
And yeah, everyone's knocking his ass as well. So yeah, he's pretty much all alone now.
Yep. Or I think we should we open up with a cannon now too?
Open up the cannon.
Oh, cannons! Fire! Explosive shot! Only! Yeah, explosive shot.
And I'm still going to shoot at him, Rotund.
I'll be taking the weapon out of his hand again with another frost arrow. 41 versus...
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
All right, confirmed the crit. It's confirmed.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the damage that I put an arrow through his arm and send it to the ground again. Oh god, disintegrate as well. So another 156, another 28 damage as his other wrist gets an arrow through it, and he's being disintegrated.
I did the same amount of damage.
Remy, what's the DC to avoid disintegration?
Give me a second. This website doesn't load. Fortitude.
All right, so fortitude.
Oh
come
god, I think he just failed. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just failed. Remy, roll damage. Remy does another snap.
D6.
So that's like 30d6. Nice.
Oh god.
Okay. As Remy disintegrates, the men look like the champion. Champion.
I don't feel so well.
Champion.
As he disintegrates into dust.
And of course, that means the Thunder Club falls again. So that means roll.
Well, I shot it out of his hand, so we can still salvage that shit.
Except you have to roll reflex save now. Alright, it's safe.
D6.
You're safe.
I already got knocked over. I'm not doing that shit again.
Fortunately, we're only firing once at a time since we're dealing with a long range shot. So why waste the ammo?
Actually, my roll should be at 27, not 27, not 28. I used the wrong roll.
Close enough.
Useless.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
Remy falls to the ground.
she put all of her attention into the disintegrate.
Yep. The snap. She snapped him out of existence.
And the rest of run. Because, well, they can't handle his equipment.
So, and are they actually dropping their weaponry as they run, or try to strip out of armor as they run?
No, they're just
Are
falling
they
back and
leaving
running.
shit behind on the battlefield?
No, they're just running.
Oh god, if the cargo wagons haven't been hit, that means the cargo wagons are probably safe to salvage as well. They're leaving those behind.
Yes.
Send out the cavalry. Open the gates, send out the cavalry. Surround those supply wagons.
I so want to examine that hammer.
We will.
Alright,
did his armor survive as well?
Yeah. Let me just check what armor it is, but yeah. Oops. You had to if you got in closer, you have to deal with this.
Yep.
With
So I'm.
and this.
Oh wow! Holy shit! He had a frost greatsword as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
And of course the Thunder Club knocks and of course the Thunder Club knocks pretty much knocks people down if they fail the reset save.
So is this like a giant? Is this a warhammer or is it just a giant piece of wood?
Pretty much a warhammer.
So, were the cavalry able to capture at least some of the enemy supply wagons? Or
Oh
did they
yeah,
capture
about
all of them?
pretty much 3 of them out of 5.
Yep.
So pretty
We'll
much
get those escorted back into the city quick. That's more supplies for us.
Pretty much the goal is to rush the wall of the Thunder Club and then slam it so it breaks the wall. And then
Well, we've got it captured now, so we're going to carefully, with the equivalent of a quarantine team, so just in case it's cursed.
it's safe.
Okay. We'll be gently setting that in the back of a wagon and taking it into the city. We'll study it and sell it later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a field inspection of his armor. So let's see.
What remains?
Well, no, I think his armor survived. Do I identify the runes that I see wearing the ring of the armor?
It's pretty. As a gladiator, she's pretty much wearing chainmail armor.
Let's say so. Chainmail. What type of magic's on it? What's the plus?
Plus 3 holy and thunder damage. I'm sorry, and frost damage.
No. I'm talking about the armor, not the weapon. You can't put holy on armor.
Sorry, plus 3 forgot. I know it's plus 3. I just forgot what type of weapon, what type of armor it is.
Is it made of any special materials, or is it just regular steel?
Pretty much regular steel.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. So, like, of the equipment, like any of those like samurai ran away with or dropped, by chance did any of them have the scope on it? Were any of them riflemen, or were they just?
No, just samurai and monks.
Okay, never mind then.
Yep. Yeah, that's the goal. To walk up to the wall, slam it, destroy it with the Thunder Club, and then the samurai ones run in.
And we basically gunned him down.
Yep. I did not expect to actually roll a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't roll the crit, he would have succeeded, and well, you've been in one hell of a fight. As you can see.
Looks like Diplo is just really sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the wall is intact. We've got one of the few things that could bring it down and locked away in one of our armories.
Mm-hmm.
The land around this is probably partially burning right now, so there's kind of a slow fire burning through the fields.
Yeah, we probably should put those out, shouldn't we?
No, leave them burning. They're going to bring another army here.
Good point.
So let's get back into the city. We reseal the gates, and I'm gonna check in on the lady of Lady Balor. She doing okay after all this?
She's shocked that you survived when the device board came down.
With minimal casualties.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Admiral and let her know that Rotunda's dead.
Wait, you killed him?
Yes. He never even made it to the wall before he was gunned down and disintegrated.
It may be a good thing or a bad thing. Because believe it or not, Rotunda is like even more than I.
Really? Considering how often he kills so many of his men in the arena?
Yes, but he's loved as a champion of the arena. No one to touch him, especially with his Thunder Club in
And he
hand.
went down. And he went down in 4 shots: 2 arrows, 2 bullets, and a single spell.
Well, if nothing else, we do have his
two
weapons.
spells as well. Because remember, you didn't get close to him.
Yep. And if nothing else, we do have his Thunder Hammer. His club.
Yeah.
So at the very least, it'll take a while for them to remake it or get a new one.
Oh no, that's impossible to remake. He killed the Sanchez that made it.
Yeah. We just got something that'd be quite priceless then.
We'll keep it in storage.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a feeling our next for the next couple of days, we're going to be bolstering defenses, getting rest, keeping the prisoners secured, as well as sending out some ships to the Araville Republic to let them know that this is now an open port, albeit technically under siege. And periodically, a new ship probably comes into the harbor because we have basically control of the signal flags. We have them go to a dock, then ship gets taken after they're moored, and there's nothing they can do. So we'll slowly pick off the Navy piece by piece.
In the next couple months, hey, what's up? We just conquered Wormwick. It's so easy. What the hell?
Yeah, then 8 guys come out, and then a bunch of frogmen come out of the water, and just guns.
Yep.
So,
is this a trick?
Then the admiral will be brought out wearing manacles, told that they have lost, then she's taken away.
I will escort this procession.
But this is over several months. We might not even be here over.
Oh, okay.
Months.
So that'd be okay. I thought he was being led away right now.
No, probably the next couple of days, but it's going to be months and months before.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before all the ships return home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go to that Wufu Empire building and just loot the final lot box.
What
do you want to come?
We're going to loot all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. So, was this place abandoned, or are there still people trying to defend it?
Probably about 1 guard, just that's oblivious to what's going on.
So, Vicar's just gonna walk in, not even wearing his mask. Drow, carrying a sign of death. What's this guy gonna do?
He stands up and pulls a gun on you, wait, do I know you?
Potentially. Quick seal, so going faster, zoom, and disarm. Because why not? I can do it. I'm going to do it. Assuming he's human as well, I'll add a +2 for favorite enemy.
And as you...
Snatch the gun out of his hands.
Yeah. Like, oh man. Well, that sucks.
I'm supposed to hold this way, right, Saloon? While I'm pointing it at him, probably with a poor grip.
Yep. Let me show you how you really aim it. The rifle at somebody.
No thank you. I'll just kind of put it away and just turn the guy around and pat him down.
I'll take the rifle then.
It's a pistol.
Oh, pistol. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
was it a rifle? Was it a musket?
Yeah, just a musket.
Oh,
No,
okay. So
pistol and musket behind them.
okay, got it. So you can have both.
Okay.
Enjoy. Figure out how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do a full pat down. He hiding anything else?
Probably some brass knucks stolen from the admiral.
Wait, he stole shit from the admiral.
Yeah.
I just look at him and go, "Do you have a death wish?"
I don't know.
Would you like to share a cell with the admiral?
No. Please, no.
I'll take those then. Tucks it away. Now, where is who's the manager of this establishment?
That would be Mr. Harry.
Where is he?
In the back somewhere, carrying his money.
Okay, let's go have a chat with him. I'll put a hand on his shoulder and lead him through.
Mr. Harry. What? Can't you see I'm counting my money?
Mr. Harry, my name is Vikram Kilth, servant of Desna. City's been declared independent and effectively declared war on the Wufu Empire. This building is now considered spoils of war, as well as anything within it.
Wait. Don't... But my money! My money!
Is he trying to grab out the money?
Yeah.
Shoot him in the leg.
No. Well, you can
He's
shoot him in the leg.
He's asked us, so yeah.
I chuck a kunai, and it just lands right where his hand was going to go, knocking over a pile of money, and it's out sticking out of the desk. You want me to aim a little bit higher?
And Saloon just draws out her pistol and just pulls back the hammer.
Oh, you have a revolver now too.
Oh yeah, I've always had a revolver.
Shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a Webley? Wait, no. Is it a Webley Fosbear? Is it a Webley revolver? Break action.
Yep.
At this point,
Nice.
he sticks, like he throws up his hands.
Smart.
Come on, let's get you to the prison camp.
Okay. I walk up to him and I basically put both of his hands behind his back and
Doing a full pat down. Does he have anything on him?
Shit ton gold he's trying to hide from you.
I just keep pulling out bags of gold. At one point, I think I pulled just because I'm bored, pull a coin from behind, and go, how'd that get? Just messing with him.
Yeah, he's pretty much a greedy meister.
How much gold is in his boot?
Gold in his boot? Probably about 10,000. Probably about 100, not 10,000, 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold pieces in his boot. Am I just like banging it and it just keeps emptying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of gold. That is a lot of gold. Do I find keys to lockboxes on him?
You find the master key to the lockbox.
Okay then. We're paydating this, guys.
Yep. Also, I'm just going to cast the spell Straight Jacket on him. Unfortunately, it's not fully loading as what the description is, but basically it restrains the creature's arms, grants it a second saving throw against certain magics. If the page would load, it'd be nice. So basically, he's completely restrained, as if he's in a straitjacket.
Ah.
So, well,
And
I'll
with
also
that, one
grab.
second. And with that, I'll be right back because I'm very thirsty. Very thirsty.
Okay. Might as well boil up some water for tea. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh shit. I completely forgot to hit the stream button.
You're recording at least?
No?
I think Ty's still recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Sure. Yeah, so far that was a pretty good battle. It got close. I think we would have been fucked. Would you agree with that assessment, Seawall? If Rotund actually managed to get close, would be fucked.
Yeah, we would have had a damaged wall. We might have been able to beat him, but we would have had to rebuild the wall quickly.
My God. The fact that I actually rolled a 20 as well.
Yep.
And him botching his fortitude save.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Fortitude.
Or
So I've been inspired to make tea.
Okay.
I mean, tea is tasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you liberated the town for now. Because of course a bigger army is going to come now that Rotunda's dead.
so we've taken out several important leaders so far. Is Winchester still out there?
Of course.
Okay, Winchester's alive. Ryu's alive. Do they have any other notable commanders that we haven't either captured?
So pretty much the Emperor, Winchester, Ryu, and Agave. Agave is in charge of the devil, so
yeah. And this city has now been secured. We're probably sending out various diplomatic vessels. One of the things that I'd recommend is, hey, send clerics. We might have a demon invasion soon.
Yeah, Crusade should be
yeah,
made.
because pretty much at this point, like Diablo says, yeah, at this point, now that the Rotunda's dead, there's no holding back. These promised demons are gonna come next. Pretty much led by
Devils, yep.
led by Agave, if necessary.
What temples already exist within the city? Which gods are venerated here? Are there any gods of light, or were those priests forced out?
They're forced out.
Yeah, we don't. Then probably best we have some a temple to Abadar, and they are not for the light or dark, but they will at least defend the city.
Yeah. But at least you have some medicinal help. Because now that the city is liberated, that means small town is coming back into the city, and that means the dwarves as well.
Nice. We'll have to set up a port on that probably very jagged and rocky coast, so we can completely bypass the overland route. It'll take time, but it's doable.
Like,
So first things first, that we need to secure the city, and we need to get clerics and those and demon hunters here as soon as possible.
yeah, we have some clerics.
Devil
It's
hunters.
huh?
We need devil hunters.
Devil hunters. We're just clerics and dwarves. I don't know a thing about devil hunting.
Well, go to the local churches and the clerics. They'll probably be able to give you a good rundown of how to fight off against devils.
Yeah, whatever you say. Now, note that the main dwarven contingent is still at the forge. It's just that the other it's finding out of small town coming back towards here.
That's good to know.
Of course, Firebrand is working on some new bombs as well.
Good.
Because he's a goblin, of course.
Good.
Bombs make nice. Bombs go boom. Bombs blow the Empire sky high, and the Emperor along with it. And then I have my revenge for my clan. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So yeah, he's very much into his work. Alright, so what's the next plan? Because, well, as you say, the demons are coming.
Yeah. Suppose I could at least work on trying to sanctify some of this land. At least give at least some bit of advantage on us. Well, that would take a lot of time. How quickly do you expect it would be before another invasion could come?
Sadly, probably as soon as they walk back into town.
So we probably have a few weeks, a week at most.
Yeah.
Alara kind of looks over and says, "Are there any known paladin orders nearby?"
The last paladin order was destroyed. I guess you
in the island kingdoms, did any of them have small temples, anything?
Yeah, but well, wait a second. I think
Many of the gods of light have paladin orders.
Yeah,
if
I
we
know.
can get in touch with them, we can ask for help that an army of darkness will descend upon the city. They may not be able to provide much, but they could at least potentially provide more paladins that would be able to help hold back the tide.
Yeah, actually, I think we conquered the land just a few weeks ago with a very strong paladin order. We haven't conquered it yet, but I go and to retreat.
Which paladin order? Which god do they follow?
Desna.
Desna does not have any paladins.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean,
okay.
I forgot.
The only gods that have paladins are neutral good, lawful good, and lawful neutral. Those are the three types of gods that have paladin.
I forgot the order that what's it called?
Desna is chaotic good. And
No,
also,
that's-
they rarely establish temples. They
No, I
do
forgot
something.
I forgot the order that Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm with there.
Iomade.
Yeah, I forgot the order that Tuesday follows. But
I-
yeah, I'm with there.
Well, I'm an Iomade paladin. I might be able to ask for assistance from them. How far away are they by boat?
It's actually by sea and probably about a week or two.
We don't have that kind of time. We need to get there much quicker.
I have a personal boat, but that only shaved the trip by in half.
So best case scenario, a week to and from.
Yeah.
Still cutting it too close for my liking.
Because we're bringing back paladins with us. And unfortunately, we don't have our teleporter with us, who can technically get us there, but oh, man. We'll need somebody who can do a teleport spell that knows that can teleport us there, or we're going to need some sort of magical boat that can go much faster, which I highly doubt exists in this city.
Actually, the boat I have is magical.
Let's go to the mages. Let's see if they can't.
Soup
Even
it
if
up.
even if it ruins the boat, let's see if it can get us two there in less than half a week. Because then we might be able to at least get the paladins here in about a week, and the city with what it has might be able to hold out for several days against an onslaught of devils, with the right preparations made, of course.
All right, so you go to the Mage's Temple, which is pretty much being constructed as we speak. Hello.
It's probably just a reconfigured building that they.
Well, yeah, the
or something.
reconfigured building from the old boat shop.
If we had a magic boat, could you, even if it ruins the mechanisms that make it go quickly, could you double its effective speed, even if it ruins it in the long run?
Yeah, but like I said, it'll ruin it in the long run.
Doesn't matter. We've got to get. Vicker's going to pull up the map. We got to get to this island in as quick and as fast as possible.
All right, but where's the boat? The only one that has it is the Admiral, of course.
Yeah, that's what we're using.
All right. Just make sure. All right, just it's by the boat docks here. 1 second.
How many people can fit on the boat, and can we get some of the better sailors that are in this kind of ragtag navy to command the boat, as it were?
Well, 10 of the best sailors that fit on the boat. And it's pretty much right here in our own personal dock.
How big is the boat? How many people can fit on it?
Pretty much, forgot. What's the equivalent of a small speed, not speedboat, but
Like a yacht,
yeah.
like an overseas yacht.
Yeah.
You could probably fit our team plus a couple of sailors if we're willing to be tight quartered. And are we willing to be tight quartered for this, guys?
Yeah.
We're going to be out to sea for maybe half a week.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have that. We'll bring Sandra will come with us, but she's still in the throes of illness.
Yep.
And we can easily chuck any sort of luxuries that are on the boat for additional storage space of food.
Yes.
I mean, we're not going to eat a hell of a lot as it is, and we can and Vikram can do fishing to help supplement that, so we can get slightly better food via fresh fish. So we'll load out the boat quickly. We'll have some of the better sailors command it, and we'll have them work in shifts. And we'll assist what we can, even though we're not sailors. Vikram can act as navigator at least. Oh wait, unseen crew? What is that? An unseen crew. Wow. An unseen crew member is shapeless. Wow. The unseen crew member has a strength score of 10 and a profession sailor score equal to half your character level plus your intelligence modifier for witches and wizards, or your charisma for bards. It cannot fly, but it can climb, swim, or walk at a base speed of 20. Your unseen crew cannot be killed, but it dissipates. It takes more than 1 point of damage per cast level. Wow. So basically, you can summon the crew that's not going to need any supplies.
Yeah.
Yes.
For 15 days.
That solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can cast this is level 4 bard spell, or using using it as a sorcerer's. Because I know you're both sorcerer and bard. Are you doing this as a sorcerer or as a bard, Ringy? I'm just curious.
It is on my sorcerer side.
Okay. And so this is your 5th level. It's a 5th level sorcerer spell. Your 15th level. I'm just pulling it up right now. I just want to know how many times you can cast it. So, because we're going to need. I think we're going to need a Ty. How many crewmen are needed to operate this boat?
The Admiral's pieced up. Yeah, usually less than 5 of my best sailors can operate the boat if necessary.
Okay, Remy, can you cast the spell 5 times in a row?
It's a level 5, and I can cast it 6 times.
Okay, good. So if you're willing to drop 6 uses of this right before we leave, you can then rest and get your spells back so you can cast it again, since these guys are duration per day.
Yeah.
It's
15 days.
Yep, and they've got a profession sailor equal to 7 plus whatever. What is your charisma modifier?
5.
5? Plus 5?
Yeah.
So that's a 12.
5.
I think we're running under the assumption that they have a 10 in wisdom. So that means they've got no flat bonus, but we'll assume that this is profession sailor. That means a profession sailor at plus 15. That's actually pretty good. Total.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Remy. You saved us. So we'll have 6 of them that will operate 24/7. Vikram will have to be the one who guides the boat, but they'll be able to control it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to do a roll. Is it a survival check not to get lost, or is it gonna be a cartography check because this is more map making or map related stuff?
Half and half.
So roll both.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get everything ready to go. We're probably actually pretty comfortable on this boat, even though it's only the
4 of us.
only the 5 of us. We're assuming Sandra's going with us.
Yeah. Okay.
And then basically these crewmen they take up no supplies, so we can easily get fully supplied for this. Plus,
I'll assist you with the survival, so add a +2.
yeah, this is the cartography check. Apparently, I did really good with that.
Yeah, you're not lost.
Yeah,
I
think the cartography's trying to keep us keep the numbers down. And I don't believe yeah, there we go. And this is the survival check to make sure keep an eye out for weather and things like that, and stuff like that, because I think we can easily stuff this thing full of supplies without any problems. So we're not going to starve. But so, Ty, with those rolls, do we get there and with the fact that this ship is probably going to go boom after we're done with it?
Yeah, you thanks to Tabitha, you pushed the engine as far as you could go, but yes, you could get there.
How many days?
3 days.
Okay, that's better than nothing. So we land at this island. Are there still Wufu banners flying, or have they been dropped?
They're still flying. It's still in the middle of a war zone, so it's going to be very tricky. But the Paladins are actually fighting back, so
Got it. How big of a force is the admirals that's here number wise?
about 20 about 100 men,
How many officers?
2 officers, an ensign and a major.
Okay, so I'm guessing the major is a Marine.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So I guess basically we're pulling up in the admiral's boat, but not flying any particular colors. So they're probably a little confused about that. Who's coming to approach the boat as it comes in?
Of course the major. Like, Admiral, what? But who are you?
The person who captured the admiral and liberated the city and captured over half the navy. You're not going to get any more supplies. I recommend surrendering now.
He just looked around like, Ensign? Is this a joke? I don't know.
Did the admiral have any sort of jewelry or a badge or anything that she wore that's specific to her?
Yeah, her Admiral badge.
Vikram just pulls the admiral badge out of his pouch. Just this. No fucks to get.
I forgot her.
Look at his face.
And yeah, it's a frog, but yeah.
Yeah, figures his size, gives a deadpan expression, pulls the pin out, and just holds it up. And just looks at him. It has this look of like, I'm busy, and I really do not have time for this.
This is her frog. Stand down, man! Stand down!
No, throw your weapons to the ground, surrender the paladins. We are not taking any chances. We do not have time to deal with your shit.
You heard what the man said.
Puts the pin back in and just basically casually strolls. So what? I'm guessing they took the harbor, but they're having trouble getting out of the city.
Yeah.
Okay. Alara's actually going to take lead at this. She's not wearing her cloak, so she's looking more clearly paladin than normal. She'll take lead, and she's going to walk towards the paladins' lines.
What happened?
Who's saying this?
The paladin captain.
The admiral has been captured. The city, her home port city, has declared independence from the Wufu Empire, but we need your help.
What? The Wufu Empire. We've been wanting to strike back at that
yes,
for months.
And Baylor is now an independent port under the control of the noble house that is there. We helped overthrow the Wufu rulers, capture the army and most of the navy. But we need your help. The city is going to be overrun by devils.
Say no more. What you need?
We need to get there in as fast as possible with as many people and ships as available. We need paladins and clerics. We need We need experts in fighting devils as well.
I wish my brother was here, but yeah, we can set up in a couple of minutes. We can set up in a couple of hours.
Good. If there's anything we can do to help.
Let me send a message to my brother as well. Maybe he can help as well.
Yep.
And you notice she writes her name Julia Justi.
Oh God.
Yep.
Hey, I know your brother. He's out in the Sarasar Kingdom. I worked with him a few years back to stop, a cult of Osmodian.
Yeah, he's.
He's 6 months away, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much the best paladin there is, other than me, of course. Just don't tell him.
Alara's just kind of muttered to herself an undercommon. No, not another one, please. Don't do this to me.
Don't worry, I'm not as insane as my brother. Trust me.
She said that an undercommon. I understood her.
Yep. It's the only language she knows is fairly uncommon on the surface. Everything else she speaks, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
even if it doesn't understand uncommon, she knows her brother, so it knows. Okay, my brother's insane, so it's probably so if she met her, then she's probably met his sanity. So yeah, I'm not like my brother. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea where Alara stacks up compared to this paladin.
Let's just say this: uh, her brother's level 20 paladin, so she's about level 18, 17 at least.
Okay, so she does outstrip Alara, but not by a whole hell of a lot in the grand scheme of how rare plus level 10 people are in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would. I would presume that she's been a paladin for a long time, and she would recognize Alara as a little unorthodox, but definitely not. But definitely, though young.
Yeah, that's why he did.
Has power.
That's why he didn't attack her at first. She recognized the paladin. I was like, it's a friend. That's what.
Also,
that's how come she's able to run right to the captain in the first place instead of being confronted with one of the
okay. She is paladin in paladin armor with a very obvious but old holy symbol. This most of her equipment looks new or recent. The only thing that looks old on her is the holy symbol, and estimates it's centuries old. So
yeah, but she recognized like even the older symbols. So yeah.
Well, no, it's still an Iomedaean symbol. It hasn't changed in centuries, but it's a centuries old one that has clearly been carried by a devotee for a long time, and she's just the latest to carry it.
All right, so in about a couple of hours, like he says, the Paladin Order and Cleric Order is set to march.
Yep.
Unfortunately, all our ships are destroyed, so I don't know how to go get us over there.
Points to the Wufu Empire ships that are still completely intact.
Ah, well, I guess
we'll have to hope that we can get there in less than a week.
Well, lead the way.
I guess we'll lead from the boat, the other boat.
Yep.
And Remy
yeah,
can
the Admiral and her best guards and a couple of clerics are on the gut, and the rest are on the Wufu Empire ships.
So we have a bit of a ragtag navy, but we've got something. We'll leave behind the slower ships. We're only going to take the fastest ships we've got and just fill them to the gills with people, or as many paladins as we can kind of get fit in there, as well as supplies and things like that.
All right.
So does Vicar need to do those rolls again to make sure we don't get lost?
Yep.
Apparently, I got this, guys.
Yep.
Even though it's a bad roll, I still got this. It's a 27.
All right. So you narrowly avoid a nasty thunderstorm, but pretty much land
I got a lot closer than I should have let it.
Yeah.
So you're back in town. The Paladins are The Paladins are
And we got there in what, about a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the city still there?
It's still there, but
we hear cannon fire.
Yeah.
Lots of cannon fire.
Yep.
Well, to the front.
No rest for the wicked.
All right.
Vikram loads up his gear. Alara does kind of probably joins the Paladins for a pre-battle prayer.
Yep.
And then
I've got
a feeling the dock workers are very happy to see army of Paladins.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I mean, couple of bearded devils just showed up. I think that's a scouting crew, but yeah.
So they've been dealing with contingents of a lot of lower level devils, but
For now, but they have a feeling it's a scouting crew until they can get larger devils up.
Vikram walks up to the paladin captain. Paladin Captain Juicy. From what we've been hearing, there's at least 3 or 4 bearded devils out there. Are your paladins cavalry based or foot based?
Foot base. My cavalry is still back at the dump, trying to get over them.
We'll have to do with what we have. I think the best situation would be an all-out assault in this situation. Make them think twice about sending a larger army or forcing them to spend more time to build it up. Instead of trying to hold the siege, we throw open the gate and charge. Let them know that an army of light is already on the field.
And then as the fair was off, look, over in the distance. Oh shit!
What is it?
Riding on horseback, Ryu just sits back and just watches. Not
Where is he?
approaching.
Oh, he's in the distance.
Yeah.
How
He's
far
right
away?
here, but yeah. He's right here,
Calling
but
out
it's
of
about
my
another
range.
20,
Yeah.
about another 200 feet.
We don't have time to deal with him. We'll raise the. Well, it's time for us to raise the paladin banners along the wall. Basically, giant holy symbols of Iomedae starting to be draped over the side of the wall. It's time for shock and awe tactics.
Yep.
How do the devils react to seeing these symbols of a god of light being draped over the wall?
They don't react, but another friend you know will, and pretty much tells them to stand down. As soon as I can find his character sheet again.
He'll, depending on how good his vision is, he'll see Vikram Nalara on the. Oh, hey!
Stand down! We have to build up our army.
Yeah, he's seeing paladins along the walls now.
I thought the Paladin Order was destroyed along with the Mages Guild. I don't know, but
I'm going to write a little note to Agave, saying, this is not the Paladin Order that you remember. This is a different Paladin Order that we pulled from this location. It is being led by Paladin Captain Juicy. Reinforcements are on the way. Please refrain from attacking the city with devils and breaking the laws of nature, pissing off all of the gods of light, and potentially leading to a giant holy war that I would prefer to not be involved. Signed, Vikram Kilth.
he laughed.
Yep. No, I tied to an arrow and I fired into his chest.
He
Message for you, sir.
Pretty much. Now. So I'm going to do a single aim shot.
All right.
So let's see. Favorite enemy. It is going to be not deadly aimed at all. Zoom. 40 versus AC.
Hits barely.
Damn. Let's do the damage.
His AC is 40.
Wow.
Well, think about it. Other than Ryu, he's pretty much the final boss.
Yep. We should have killed him.
Sam should have done that when he had the chance.
Yeah.
What is this?
So he's taking 23 damage as an arrow flies into his chest, straight through the armor. Holy damage.
Ouch.
And he sees parchment tied to the back of the arrow.
He pulls out the parchment and reads like, Ryu, take a look at this. I don't feel like it. Fine.
It's
fine.
basically like, hey, it's basically one of, hey guys, I as religious expert, what you're doing is going to get the gods of light to themselves set foot on the material plane to clean this mess up. Do you really want to piss them off? That's what Vikrin is implying.
I imagine all the paperwork they'd have to fill out.
Actually, with the amount of devils that are showing up and the fact there are organized armies attacking the righteous, that is very close to breaking the agreements that are between the gods of light and dark about not directly interfering with the material plane.
Fall back for now, troops. We shall deal with this later.
So, how bad are the casualties?
God. He points at Chen and is like 20 or 30 about 20 or 30 casualties. Like, and that's from the imps alone.
Got it. Let's I'm gonna walk over to the clerics that are clearly the kind of the field medics and go, okay guys, you all know triage, right?
Of course.
Yeah, triage. Let's go.
Circle about 30, 40 to 50 people.
Vikrin super heal check time. I command you all to live.
They live, apparently.
Oh, hey, that's a hellfire burn. All you got to do is rub this on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Doing what we can, training new healers, but we've at least secured the city for now. The port is still opened. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go have a little conversation with the captain. The commander of the armies. So, how's he doing in the dungeon these days?
She's pretty much panicking now that Garvey and Ryu has
not
been...
the admiral. I'm going to the commander of the army.
Yeah, the commander of the army.
Yeah,
the commander of the army is pretty much panicking because they dispatched Ryu and Garvey, and even though he knows how dangerous they are.
Hello, Captain. How are you doing these days? I sit down in the chair.
Is it true that Ryu and Agave is out there?
Yep, just put an arrow in Agave's chest with a note saying that I really don't want to get involved in a holy war right now.
Then it's happened.
Oh yeah, they got devils out there. We scared them off. We brought some paladins in.
Wait, paladins? I thought the paladin order was destroyed the second they took over the city.
Paladin order, same god, different paladin order. Do you guys forget that there are like thousands of paladin orders all over the planet?
No. Still, this is a very dangerous game.
They started it. We're ending it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not there.
So
The only thing that scares me worse was Mr. Winchester. He's pretty much what happens if you betray the army. He's coming after you, and his pistol as well. And no one survives his pistol. He's pretty much in charge of the stories of the army, if you will. He's been charged for like 20 years. No matter who's the Empire, if you start the army, you will die. No
Well, he's somebody
questions
we're going to
asked.
take out. We're going to have to well, we probably should get close to him. That should negate his ability to use a gun. That'll be helpful.
Guns, alchemists fire pipe like bombs.
Yeah, slight problem with that. You gotta have distance to use those.
Well, true. I don't know. I don't know how his hand-to-hand skills is.
Probably decent. I've noticed a lot of ranged fighters are fairly good at hand-to-hand combat, very dexterous, but generally not experts. So, but for now, the city is secured. More paladins are coming in, including cavalry. Let's see, they got cavalry coming, slower boats. Probably more probably we'll be able to reach out to other areas and start getting some better supply line set up for the city. But we'll probably live 60-40, I think.
You think, huh?
This is not the first time I faced down an army of devils.
True. And I heard you haven't faced down against a goblin either. Although his leg was broken at the time.
Yep, and I'll re-break it all over again. That arrow, though, probably hurt pretty bad. It went straight through his armor.
I don't know. He's been personally trained by Paladins himself. Although he says it's for a secret mission, but he doesn't know what yet.
Well, for now, we'll just keep putting him in the dirt. We got paladins ready to push back the hordes of demonic filth. Well, devil filth. Want to get my terms right. Don't want to offend the devils. The devils or the demons.
Yeah, you hear Sasha in the background and man like, hey!
The imps are going to be a pretty simple thing to take care of. Problem is, we're going to need a lot of alchemical silver. And I mean a lot.
Sorry, I don't have alchemical silver.
I'm just talking to myself at this point. I'm not talking to you anymore. So, you be a good boy. Don't try to escape. Because we might become desperate enough to start press ganging former Wufu Empire soldiers into the front line. And I'm thinking you'd make a very good private.
I would die in less than a minute.
Please do not go below my expectations.
All right, so the city is secure for now.
Yep. More paladins are coming in. I would presume we also sent a ship over to the Araville Republic requesting more holy men.
Yeah, of course.
And at the same time, if they can, try to put pressure on those kind of through the mouths of the rivers. To force the Wufu Empire to be
because once you heard
the amount of guys you've captured.
Yeah, once they heard that Agave and his devils are on the field now, they pretty much locked down and secured the river.
I'm not talking about lockdown. I'm talking about assaults, that they start doing raids, that they force the Wufu Empire to stretch their already limited forces even thinner. I mean, how much of their army have we captured so far? How much manpower is now locked down?
And there's only one diva left, and that's pretty much the arresting officer, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're probably starting to press gang more and more civilians into military service, and they do not have time to properly train them. So.
Plus, with Rotunda out of the way, that means they're not scared. The citizens are starting to rise up, although a little, because remember, there's still time for devils.
Well, deploying devils is the nuclear option. They destroy anything and everything. They are very hard. You can, at best, direct their destruction.
Not devils, demons. Sorry.
they're summoning demons now. The arch enemy of devils.
No, sorry, devils. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
devils may be lawful, but they still are very big on subjugation and destruction. So they can kind of point them in a direction, but everything along that path is going to get burned. So they're probably hurting their own manpower by bringing in devils even more. So,
Yeah, but after everything that happened, what do you expect? They lost two divas, a potential diva. They didn't know they lost the admiral yet.
Their navy is effectively bottled up or captured and being flown under a different flag.
Yeah, and they lost their main port city. I guess we call it for. I guess we could call it for the day because it's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna be in for a fight in next 2 weeks.
Yep. Just a reminder, I'm not going to be here next week.
Yeah, that's what I said. Next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Anyway.
So I'm guessing next weekend.
Yeah, it's Christmas. I don't expect any of you to be here, to be honest.
I would be free, but I'll probably go out and get a drink or something like that evening.
I'll probably be. Yeah, I'll be in Albuquerque.
Don't take a wrong turn.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Ty, is it possible, with what kind of check would I make for this? I'm gonna see if I can find maybe in one of the caches of equipment that was left by the Wufu Empire here, for that far-reaching sight, a perception check or.
Yeah, perception check.
Can I help?
Yes, please.
Skills.
All right, so you help me. That's good. Damn it.
No, you can't. You can't see it.
Can I do it when he helped me?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you. Plus 18, so it's automatically succeeded for you.
Okay.
So yeah, add +2.
Can I roll again or?
I thought you were going to roll to help find it.
I will appreciate. I roll again, or.
I didn't see you roll the first time.
I rolled at 38.
Oh, asking if you could use the 38 that you rolled.
Oh no, you got to re-roll that.
Okay. Give me a second.
Oh damn! Yeah,
No, stop.
You walk into the admiral's office.
Just walk one. Let's perform.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you don't find it either.
So.
Vikram, you want to take a shot at it? Vikram?
Yes.
You want to take a shot at it?
Perception? Of what?
Searching for far-reaching sight.
Okay. This what you're looking for?
Yeah, you walk into the admiral's office, take a look around, take a look under her desk, into a bag, and you find the far-reaching sight.
Sweet.
Here we go. Toss it over to you.
Sweet. And I attach it to my rifle. I now have a sniper rifle.
Yay.
All right. So next time, Ryu and Agarvi probably should get some sniper rifle gear. And I guess see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.